Yeah, so I didn't finish my PNG for this, so you're just gonna have a still image, I guess. So it's been a while since I've actually done this, but there's a ton more news that I'm able to talk about now, and I want to talk about. I just haven't gotten to making another type of commentary thing because of the fact that I keep getting drop kicked by every single thing in my body. The main talking point is the movie itself, but however, there are smaller things that happened in Angry Birds community recently. So I want to talk about those first before we move on to the movie because I have a ton more to say for the movie. Slingshot story got season 4. However, I'm not looking forward to it, but it is nice to see forgotten characters that haven't been seen since Toons or completely new characters that we haven't seen at all in an animation thing other than just like smaller bits. For example, Goliath Pig and Bubbles haven't been seen in like an animation since the Toon series. And I remember Melody was seen in an ad for Angry Birds 2. I was the one that discovered that. I believe I was the first one to discover that and fully have it documented. And that was the only time we saw her fully modeled, other than like, the simple basic PNGs that they have shown for a promotional thing. However, we're still missing a couple birds. For example, Hal, Stella, the Blues haven't showed up at all somehow. So we still have a long way to go for other birds to cameo.
I hate Super Monkey Ball.
How the did they get Red into Super Monkey Ball? Whoever suggested that in the conference room deserves a round of applause and a raise. And whoever was in charge of the 3D model also deserves that too. I already made the joke that Red being in Super Monkey Ball now is going to now enter into Fortnite because of the fact that Hatsune Miku, Godzilla, and I believe the Among Us imposter also got into Fortnite. Angry Birds Reloaded actually got two major things to talk about. The main thing is the Egg Hunt event that is currently live right now. I managed to get recording of my first ever time reacting to it, so it's kind of a little bit silly. So that is gonna be saved once I finish talking, first of all. And the second thing is that the birds who got their space designs through the costumes, they're getting their own episodes where they're fully introduced into the game with their own abilities. For example, Matilda already got hers in Expansion Series, and on the Rodeo Discord, we got a new teaser image for the next update for it, and it is most likely going to be Stella next, and Hal's gonna be the last one. Because everyone is waiting for Hal, because Hal is the best. Anyways, just my stupid recording on playing the update for Egg Hunt. Okay, I just started playing the thing, and I heard that this thing has lyrics. Bro, what the hell is going on? What is happening right now? I can't keep. What the fuck? Okay, so I'm okay. Getting distracted by the music, so I'm gonna turn that off now. Literally opened up the thing. Instantly, I get hit with funky music, and then I get hit with lyrics. So this is the first time they ever done lyrics since like forever. All right. So this is the Egg Hunt for Angry Birds Reloaded. That is kind of the reason why I didn't cover it, because like it's on right now. It's finally on, so I'm gonna show play footage. So you play as the pigs and steal the birds' egg, the fish eggs. Earn stamps by mastering this level. Gather enough stamps to unlock awards. Okay. So each reward, power ups, and costumes. So plan 1 and plan 2 and open ups in 6 days. So let's try that. How to play. Play as the pigs and steal the bird's eggs. Okay. Flea cheek pig. I'm sorry, the song's still playing. Weak against blocks. So that Blaze. Okay, I suck at this already. I like how they do like a catapult instead. Like it's just like a nice detail. Okay, I did it, and I also want to comment how like the song kind of sounds like something for like Jack Black or something. So let's see this winning screen. All right, Boom Pig drops TNT and explodes on impact. So like Matilda-ish. So if I test this out, all right, that's a pretty useful ability. So what if I? Why the hell are the eggs so strong? Goddamn, like destroyed. I hate that. And then Leonard. Or I touched the thing. I swear to God, I'm going to crash out. I'm probably just gonna pause the recording and then review every single pig that is available. I managed to get 100 for this one. All right, 100. All right, Jetpack Pig. All right, so much similar to Chuck. Good against blocks. So. All right, so he knocked the eggs in like almost one swoop. How the hell did that not? Oh God. Okay, now I get it this time. Okay, I understand. So, when shooting the pigs, they must touch the eggs, guaranteed, to be able to capture them and retrieve them over here. Okay, so we're learning. We're learning. This I'm skipping. I have to see if there's any other pigs. Why the fuck is Bomb here? How did he get here? What happens when you... There we go. That's what happens. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Now let's see what the other levels look like. That. I believe these are the only pigs available. I feel like the next thing when it drops, it's gonna be... that. All right, that's good to know. That's good to know. Ooh, this one's a big one. So I have a ton of differing opinions, but I'll just quickly go over everything of what we know about the movie and everything we don't know. First of all, we obviously know that the movie is coming out, but now we also have a release date for it being January of 2027. The main hands for the movie have been switched from Sony to Paramount, and Sega and plus some other companies will also join in and help out with the movie. We do have a couple of people still staying. For example, the person who's scoring the movie, that person has stayed consistent. This is his third movie in a row for this franchise. I forget who's that dude's name and how to pronounce it, and I'm also blanking out of it right now, but he's back. We also got some people who worked on the movie before, for the director himself, and even the crew. Most of the crew, actually, not most of the crew, it's more or less some of the crew is actually back. For example, Bomb, Red, Chuck's voice actors, including Silver, are back. However, everyone else are new faces, according to this promotional image that somehow includes Kanye's son, which I think is the funniest thing ever. One of the actors from a Minecraft movie also is joining in for this movie, so this makes it her second video game movie that she has joined in. We don't see any voice actors that we know of, for example, Smosh or Leonard's voice actor anywhere, so there might be a theoretical chance that Leonard has either been recasted or Leonard's not going to show up in the movie at all. The main thing we were missing is the plot itself and, other funny things. For example, the budget and how it might be rated and stuff. For example, is it going to score higher than the previous films, or is it going to be lower or similar to the exact same for the first movie or the exact same for the second movie? That we still need to figure out. I do have a theory for the movie's plot, however, it's a little unexpected. We all know that everyone wants a space movie, but I feel like that's a little too far and too ambitious to have a space movie now. And based on what the casting looks like, and for example, the other promotional things, it's not looking like a space movie for me. So you might be wondering, what do you think? Well, personally, based on the amount of casting that a majority of them are actually women, and the fact that, there's a theory going around of the film being about women empowerment, I'm thinking more Angry Birds Stella. It seems more logical because of the fact of the introduction of the fact there's more islands on, their bird world. Plus, with Angry Birds Space being pretty episodic in a way, them traveling around 3 different planets just to be able to get Xroids, I feel like a space theme for the movie thing would probably be more of like an episodic series, most likely, because that feels a lot more comfortable because each episode would be based on like a different planet and stuff. And also it can run infinitely long and also can follow to the normal timeline of when stuff is happening right now in Angry Birds Reloaded, because that's the current way of how we get current updates for the space section of the birds. That's my theory. However, they could do like a Raya and the Last Dragon kind of thing and do like them traveling around different locations. But however, I feel like the thing would act more strongly if the space idea was saved for a TV series. But it being a movie wouldn't be that bad. It's just that I prefer it strongly as a TV series if it is a space theme thing. That's all I have, unfortunately, but I do want to talk more about the movie when we get more news and, talk about it more. Because the fact that this movie is coming out the year I graduate from my school, and I'll finally be able to, experience the world. So this is definitely going to be on my bingo card and going to be the first thing I do when I turn, because I've never been to a movie theater before, and so it just seems logical. Alright, I'm going to play Splatoon and Minecraft for now, so bye, I guess.
Every single person in this post is a lunatic. Do none of you own a kettle?